How's it going, everybody? My name is TheStarkz, and welcome to yet again another video. Today, I want to focus my or the attention towards Sony, as well as their arguably one of their best consoles yet, the PlayStation 4. Now, it has been an incredible 6 years. Or almost, following this fall, it would mark the 6 years that the PlayStation 4 has come out, unless my math is completely wrong. But anyhow, regardless, Sony's PlayStation has seen, or PlayStation 4 rather, has seen such amazing and incredible success, and I'm so happy to say so because one, I am a fan of Sony and the PlayStation consoles, but I'm a gamer, and to see a console succeed the way it has is incredible. And so I just want to read off of this article here that kind of summarizes all of the different things that Sony has to be proud of. And that is essentially that Sony recently, as we all know, announced their 2018 fiscal year earnings, and it was incredibly healthy. Not just for the PlayStation division and the company as a whole, but without toting their horn too much, they've definitely broken records. Sony as a whole made $8 billion in profits just last year, while $2.8 billion was from the PlayStation alone, or PlayStation products alone, specifically the console. In terms of revenue, of course, PlayStation alone brought in $21 billion, surpassing $20 billion for the first time in the brand's history. Though we suspect there's a multitude of reasons for the vast sums of money, we're also assuming that it's because of releases such as God of War and Marvel Spider-Man, which released at the same year, which is true. I think God of War and Spider-Man are both incredible, fun, and deep stories that just touch me in different ways. And unfortunately, I never had the chance to review those games, but I gotta say both games are 10 out of 10, so there's the review. So, it's obvious, as much as this is all very impressive, if you dive deep into some of the more and provide a little more context, you'll find something very interesting. I guess Critical Hit is reporting that PlayStation generated more profit in the 2018 fiscal year than it did throughout the entire 6-year PlayStation 2 era, which is absolutely crazy because we all know that the PlayStation 2 era is the best, right? And of course, as much as there have been, significant increasements to services such as the PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, and just the PlayStation Store in general, as well as their Gear Store, this is really impressive. And you know what? It's at the point where it's got me quite nervous for the PlayStation 5. As much as I want to see, titles that have yet to get a release date, like Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, The Last of Us Part 2, and God of War 2, or sorry, not God of War 2, but the next God of War game, Spider-Man 2, because presumably we're gonna get those games, and it's just a matter of time when. And obviously, with the PlayStation 5 getting a little hints here and there, I'm actually kind of scared to see where the PlayStation 5 goes, because as much as we get the impression that it is going to be a very solid console and probably going to be way better than the PlayStation 4 just from the SSD alone, not to mention the graphical performances, as well as the 8K resolution, as well as just the ray tracing graphic. It's just, from everything that's been hinted towards the PlayStation 5, I'm scared because I just don't think that Sony should release their console in the next year, or 2 years, because, and as much as I want them to, I just feel like if they do, and obviously they're going to market it as best they can, it's going to have awesome stuff, but I just don't think it'll sell just as well from within a 6-year frame. So I think that they should wait a year. And I know that sounds weird, but just see where Microsoft goes with their new Xbox, and from there you release the best console in the world and then start to break numbers. So that's just my way of thinking, obviously, and I doubt Sony will do this, but of course, let me know in the comment section below of your opinions regarding prediction, or not a prediction, but desire, because as a fan of Sony, I'm afraid that they might underperform as well as the PlayStation 4 did, because people would be like, I gotta go out and buy another console. Why, if the PlayStation 4 is good? You know what I mean? Because that's my mentality, especially if it's gonna be lots of money, which I'm sure it will be, and I'm definitely not gonna get it within the first couple of weeks. The PlayStation 5, unless I have a lot of money saved. But my point is, I just feel like there will be that dry period that Sony reaches. So I hope that confidence and I guess cockiness, I hope that doesn't get the best of them, and then it starts to twist, and Microsoft starts to sell their new Xbox just as well. I'm not trying to suggest that, hey, because I'm a fan of PlayStation, that I don't want Xbox to succeed. Sorry, that's not what I'm trying to suggest. I just want the best for Sony as a person who is a fan of PlayStation consoles. So I don't know. That's just the way I think. Obviously, there's the comment section for a reason. Let me know your your opinions in the comment section below. And with that all being said, I have been TheStarkz. Peace.